if you are done and just fed up with your triggers ruling your life or guiding how you react and respond in situations and making your experience of situations stressful, then this video is for you. And in this video, I'm going to share 3 things that our triggers are telling us, and so why they're coming up. And one of the first ones is it's showing us where we are still wounded, because if we weren't wounded, it wouldn't hurt. And so that could be something like, say I didn't feel very clever. I didn't do well at school. I moved around a lot because my dad was in the army. So my grades when I left were not very good. And so if anybody would say to me, oh, stop being silly, or like friends said to me once, oh, you're not clever enough to homeschool your children, or if somebody called me thick, or somebody said, oh gosh, how many times do you need to go over this to learn that, then I would take that personally. So that was showing me where I still had a wound. And so the thing is, if you didn't have that wound, it wouldn't hurt you. You wouldn't be bothered by it. You wouldn't be triggered by it. So that's the first thing. It's given us a beautiful mirror of where we are still wounded. So the second thing of having a trigger, what it is showing us is where we're still holding on to a story. Now, it might not clearly tell us what the story is, but it will show us that we are holding on to a story, where we are still believing in a story. So for me, the story that I was believing, if we're going to continue with not feeling very clever, was, oh, I'm not very clever because I moved around a lot as a child. I didn't do well at my grades in school. So that was a story that I was telling myself of why I wasn't clever. But of course, that's ridiculous, because everybody has intelligence, but there's lots of different types of intelligence. Schools only teach one type of intelligence. So of course, can you see, I was able to change my story, and that helps. So that is the second one, of trying to identify what is the story that I'm still holding on to. Because if you can identify the story, it's easier to let go and replace it with something else that actually serves your soul, serves your highest purpose. So the last one, what is teaching us is what we still need to transcend, transmute, and just release. And so this is really important, because for me, when you look at your triggers as a gift, as a mirror of what's going on inside of you, then it's bringing it to our face, to the surface, so that we can actually heal it, so we can release it, so we can let go, so we can transmute it, so we can transcend, so it no longer affects us in our life. And what I personally did in my past is I didn't realize this, I didn't know this, so I just keep having the same triggers with partners. Usually with partners, they tend to be the ones that trigger us the most. And of course, there's so many different kinds of triggers. I'm not lovable. I'm not good enough. Everybody's going to leave me, in fear of abandonment. We're all going to be triggered with lots of different things. But if you can figure out what your wound is, what the story is, then you know what you can transcend. And what helps with that is it means that as you do the work with every trigger, they actually become less and less and less. And one last thing I'm just going to add on about triggers is it really is our soul trying to show us where we're not in alignment. It's trying to guide us back home. And just like when we have a physical ailment, our body is trying to communicate with us where it's off alignment, where we need to get to the root. It's the same with triggers. It's just on an emotional level. So we can look at them that they are gifts. They're gifts from our soul, always, whether it's physical or emotional. They're gifts trying to guide us home, trying to get us back into alignment. That's all. And so we can use them as lessons, and for our growth, we can turn our pain into power. All right, I'm going to leave it there. So much love and blessings.